Oh, I'm not used to this setup. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new, very cheeky little video here on the channel. I'm back in Seoul in South Korea for the premiere of Squid Game Season 2. As some of you guys remember, I did a vlog a couple of months ago when I was here in Seoul for some more Squid Game action that can be finally like announced next year because we're under NDA and all that. But we're here for the premiere of Season 2. I'm psyched. I absolutely love Season 1. I can't believe like that thing came out in 2020. It's freezing here at the moment. It is currently -4 degrees Celsius. I'm in a hoodie. You guys never see me in anything warm unless it's really, really cold. For me to say it's cold, it must be fucking cold. So this video is because of something I saw on my phone when I was on the plane. So it was a 9-hour flight, and it was one of those things where, you know, when you go through your gallery on your phone, you start deleting shit because you're so fucking bored on the flight, like. Yeah, it was like that. Anyway, I came across some photos in my gallery that I had saved for a video that I totally forgot about, and I'm like, fuck. I can do this video tomorrow morning because we have a welcome dinner tonight at 5 o'clock and it's currently 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So I've got a shitload of time to kill and I wanted to talk about it because it's really cool and it's just getting nitty and gritty and nerdy with Nightmare on Elm Street screen used glove. Most notably, a stunt glove from the first Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, firstly, a massive shout out to horror friend in the community, Mr. Ronald Boss. This guy is the reference king. Like, he just has a stockpile of reference, whether it be makeup from all the Elm Street films, glove reference, sweater reference, boot reference, pant reference, fedora reference. He has helped me out a lot of times, especially when it comes to makeup reference. So a big shout out to you, Ron. And he also hand carves and hand sculpts, hand creates, hand paints his own gremlin maquettes. Look right here. How cool is this? What a talented bastard. Now, Ron actually made this discovery, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it was Ron, and it was a couple of months ago. Again, it was saved in my gallery and I totally forgot about it, but I want to talk about it because it's one of those nice little discoveries that you just want to nerd out over. Again, very niche, but a lot of you guys seem to dig this content, and so do I, clearly. So for the longest time, I thought there were two gloves built for the first Nightmare on Elm Street. Of course, we have the Hero glove, the beautiful Hero glove that was resurfaced in 2009 and bought by Mike Becker. It was originally labeled as a prototype glove for Elm Street 5 after it disappeared in, say, 1987 during production of A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. It wasn't one of those things where it was stolen. I think it was just put in storage somewhere. Mike then found the glove and then eventually it was bought by a private collector, then resided in a museum in the United States in, I believe, Seattle, in like a pop culture museum. It then went under the hammer at the prop store. It did not sell, so as far as I know, it's still at the prop store. I could be wrong. So that's the main Hero metal glove. They only built one because they had a very, very tiny budget, but they also had to make a stunt glove. And this is the stunt glove that Mike also happened to acquire through a friend of Wes Craven. Wes had it in his possession. It was in his office. His friend was over one day and essentially was like, do you want it? You've got more use for it than I do. And this is a pretty good looking stunt glove, you know, considering it's a bit bent out of shape. The upper stalls and the lower stalls aren't riveted together. This glove was actually used for the famous This Is God shot. There's also a shot of Robert here on Nancy's bed when they're confronting each other for the climax of the film. You see Robert sporting the glove right there. And again, it's so cool to see this thing resurface. And this was used throughout various parts of the film, even the alternate ending when Freddy was driving the car with Tina, Glenn, Nancy, and Rod. And you can definitely tell it's that particular stunt glove because the upper and lower stalls aren't riveted to each other. It's one of those things where they probably just relied on flexibility and just glued them or taped them to the actual leather glove. And for the longest time, I just thought they made two gloves in the first Elm Street. Until a couple of years ago. This is how late we are. There was a third glove built, a second stunt glove built, a really crude looking stunt glove. So a few years ago, Greg Nicotero of KMB Effects, the dude behind the Walking Dead series, who made the Michael Myers mask in Halloween 5 and did a lot of the effects on there, who also helped out with a few Nightmare on Elm Streets here and there. He posted a photo of himself sporting a Freddy glove, and in the caption he writes, "Celebrating the release of one of my faves, hashtag A Nightmare on Elm Street. Here's a pic of me wearing the stunt Freddy glove from the original movie I acquired last year, made by Lou Carlucci. Blades and brass bits made of friendly plastic to not cut up the actors. I think of my friend Wes Craven often, an amazing man." And a lot of us were like, are you sure that's a stunt glove? Like, it looks rough as guts, which, you know, a lot of stunt props are, most notably stunt Freddy gloves. You know, they go through the absolute ringer, they're made of plastic, sometimes balsa wood. But then Ron because he's just an absolute gem when it comes to reference. Did his research. And this is indeed another glove used in A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. Most notably, when Marge, or the blow-up doll that is supposed to be Marge, is pulled through the window of the door of 1428 Elm Street at the very end of the film. You see this shot right here, Ronnie Blakely standing in front of the blue door, and the stuntman or double or whoever, I'm guessing it's probably Jim Doyle, who designed the glove, and he did a lot of stand-ins with the glove, like what Tommy Lee Wallace did in the first Halloween sporting the original Michael Myers mask. And you can see right here, as the hand comes through and we match it up to the glove that Greg Nicotero is wearing, most notably on the thumbs. You can see the stainings match up, even the pull string is loose, has come loose on the actual cuff of the glove. The same with the glove that Greg is wearing. You can see it just resting onto the side. It's not actually sewn in to the side of the leather glove. Now, not only that, you see on the pinky sole, the lower pinky sole, there's like a silver line right there when Greg's wearing it, and then you match it up to the screenshots from Ron, and it all is a match, which is just incredible. It's just so cool to see another piece of original Elm Street history resurface. In terms of where Greg got this from, I have no idea. I'm sure someone might see this video and be like, hey, I know exactly where he got it from. Could have been someone that worked on production, or it was sold through auction, but I don't recall ever seeing this particular one come up for auction. But again, even looking at the index blade, how thick it is at the bottom, and then it tapers into a nice thin blade at the end. Again, all made of friendly plastic, which is, I believe, a thermal plastic with those beads that you heat up, and sounds like an absolute pain in the ass to make. But again, they just need something quick, run and gun, just to act as a stunt glove so the actors don't get injured. And it's cool that Greg Nicotero has this in his possession. Like, he's an effects legend, man. I love that. It would be really cool to see all three gloves lined up one day and reunited. I doubt that'll ever happen. Again, as far as I know, the original Hero glove, the metal glove, is still in possession at the prop store. It still has to go into the Hammer once again, or if someone puts an offer in, I have no idea. But yeah, it didn't hit the reserve originally, which I thought the thing was gonna sell for close to $1 million. I was sure of it, but it didn't. And there you go, guys. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to nerd out a little bit over a nice little resurfaced Elm Street prop. Again, I just love seeing shit like this pop up, and the fact that Greg Nicotero has it in his possession is even more badass. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.